Right. Anyway, what time is it, baby? What we on? What we on? Oh, warfare, baby.
Homie warfare. You know what time it is. Hey, yo, listen up, audience. We are having homie warfare right now. The rules are simple. Whoever has the best and most convincing argument, they win. And we need to hear great rebuttals from Quan and Sylvan. Let's get it started. So, the topic for today is...
What's that topic?
Was the Bloodline segment on SmackDown too long? Let me explain this.
That's what we doing?
Let me explain this.
Hey, that thing was like 40 minutes, bro.
Let me explain this. So the internet is going crazy because the Bloodline went 40 minutes into their segment, which cut Tiffany Stratton and Naomi's interests, making them look like jobbers. Like it was an insane sight. No, seriously, it was an insane sight to see. So, the question of today's warfare is: was the Bloodline segment too long? Sylvan, I want to hear you go first. Let's get it.
What position you got to take? Are you choosing or do we choose?
You said what?
I said, what position does he have to take though? Are you choosing or do we choose?
I'm choosing.
Oh,
Sylvan.
All right. What's up?
Actually, you know what? I'm lazy today. Y'all can choose.
Wait, and before we go further, I want some stakes on this, bro. I want to put some stakes on this because you got something around your shoulder that I want at my crib, bro. I want that at my crib.
You want the second most important
Quan
title in the world right
title.
now?
I do. So if
Quan
I win
that
this
title,
I want that. I'm letting you know.
All right.
So, Sylvan, you got to be very careful with this, man, because you're possibly, in danger of losing that title around your shoulder if Quan gets this.
Okay, so am I going first or is Quan going first?
Sylvan, you going first.
I'm going first. All right.
Yeah, you going first.
Damn.
40 minutes.
I know.
I agree with. I can honestly take both sides, but where does my heart lie right now? Where does my heart lie?
In the arms of an angel.
I know what position you taking. Y'all set me up.
I'm gonna be real. The Rock went too long. That's right. I said it.
Oh wow.
Bloodline segment went way too long. Look, I'm just gonna keep it a stack. As much as I did enjoy this Bloodline segment, I thought it was very funny. The Rock could have done this in a solid 20 minutes. The Bloodline could have done this in a solid 20 minutes. This could have been easily a 25 max minute segment. Honestly, it could have been done in 15 minutes if, The Rock could have made his promos far more concise and less airy and not spent as much time trying to get down the ramp. Same thing with Roman Reigns, trying to get down the ramp. And then on top of that, literally breathing for a minute and a half between every single statement that they're making. This whole segment was amounted literally into announcing that they were going to make an announcement about a match. Not the fact that the match was made. It was next week we're going to decide if we're going to actually make this match happen. Now, there were some great insults. There were some great ta-ta-ta-ta-tas. And I even love the fact that Roman Reigns stopped The Rock from being like, I'm going to take over this entire show, and I'm going to make him acknowledge me before he finishes his "If you smell what the Bloodline is cooking." Not only that, I also love the fact that The Rock handed Roman Reigns the mic so that he could finish that. And I also love the fact that they teased the fact that Roman Reigns is automatically feeling jealous and feeling insecure that The Rock is here. They're playing into it. However, skill shows me that you could have done this in half the time. And for someone like The Rock, I would think that you would be skilled enough to be able to make sure that your promos are in a timely manner so that the other talent can feel important and actually do what they're doing, even if you're the most important thing on the show. I mean, my God, Naomi just got back and she has been losing left and right. And while I do love Tiffany Stratton, let me just stop there. Because I do love Tiffany Stratton. Strapped in, My God, like, we don't have to do this. We don't have to have our black queen, jobbing to a Tiffany Stratton who, like Bianca Belair said, just got here on Tuesday. Like, my goodness. All right.
Yeah.
And I mean, it doesn't do well for your future talent. All of your talent looked like jobbers for the entire night, and it doesn't do great. Even for a Bron Breakker who had to unfortunately do a squash match, and it was still great, But it's like, bro, what are you doing at this point? I think it went way too long. I love The Rock. I love the Bloodline. I think they're fantastic. I thoroughly enjoyed this, but yeah, this could have been done in 20 minutes, 15 minutes max.
Whew. All right. Okay. What you got for him, Quan?
First off, I want to say that I am very surprised that Sylvan took this position because I fully expected him to say that didn't go for as long as he wanted it to. I expected him to say he wanted the entire show to just be The Rock and the Bloodline, to be honest. So you actually taking the IWC in this instance is surprising to me, I must say. So shout out to you, my brother. Shout out to you for showing some heart. You know what I'm saying? Now look,
a little compassion.
Right. I'm not mad at it. Now look, I love Naomi, and it sucks because Naomi was just in TNA doing her thing. She was the biggest star over there. Like, she was Knockouts champion. She was main eventing pay-per-views, only to come back to WWE. And at this point, I'm not sure she's won a match yet. Nope. Now, I will say on Friday night, she definitely lost due to shenanigans. I know we always like to ignore the minute details, but she got poked in the eyes when the ref wasn't looking, and then it was like some BS. So it wasn't clean. It wasn't clean is what I'm saying. So it wasn't necessarily her jobbing. She just lost a match. She put someone over that's younger than her and on the come up. So I can't be mad at that. But they did her dirty with that entrance. They did her really dirty with that entrance. She they was treating Shorty like she was Charlie Haas, man. They went to commercial. They came back and she was just in the ring with a nameplate at the bottom of the screen. I'm like, yo, what? Like, why'd they give her the Maven entrance? Like, we can't do Naomi like that. But unfortunately, I can't be mad. This segment, it might have been 40 minutes, but I was entertained. The entire 40 minutes. The Rock came out and called Phoenix, Arizona crackheads for 40 minutes, and I was losing my goddamn mind. He called the crowd crackhead Karens and meth head Marys. I ain't never heard nothing like that before in my life. This was an incredible promo. This was an incredible segment, and it was effective because it set up next week's showdown between Seth, Cody, Roman, and The Rock, which is the goal. The main goal is to advertise next week's show. You always want to build towards something. So I can't be mad at that. I know that it's more than, or it's not enough. It's not what Sylvan wanted, but like at the end of the day, it was what it was. And like I said, it was entertaining. We all know the most watched like segments in wrestling over the last 5-6 years have all been segments. They haven't been matches. I guarantee you when these ratings come out tomorrow on Monday, the most watched segment on SmackDown is going to be The Rock and Roman in that ring cutting the promo of a lifetime. So it's like, at the end of the day, business is business. We know what people are tuned in to see. They want to see The Rock and Roman, and they got The Rock and Roman. So no, I don't think it went too long. Now, I wouldn't be mad if it was cut short, but at the end of the day, as long as I'm entertained the entire 40 minutes, then it is what it is. And I know both of y'all was entertained. Both of you guys were entertained. Sylvan was entertained. Cooley was entertained. We were in that group chat losing our minds. It sucks that Naomi had to suffer from it. And it sucks that Zion Quinn, I think his name is, like, he just got obliterated by Bron Breakker because they had no extra time and they had to speed through the rest of SmackDown. SmackDown felt like an afterthought, to be honest. Like, the rest of SmackDown kind of felt like an afterthought after that Bloodline segment. But like I said, it's only entertainment, baby. And I was entertained.
Sylvan. Business is business, and the Bloodline is what's popping right now. We are on the road to WrestleMania. Do you have a rebuttal to that, man? Because Quan not telling no lies, man. Like, what are we here for?
I do have a rebuttal to that. Listen, this is not good for backstage morale.
Oh.
This is not good for backstage morale. Look, I'm just gonna be honest. I'm gonna be completely honest.
Yeah.
I love The Rock. I think The Rock is incredible. I'm loving everything that he's doing right now. But there's a fine line between fantasy and reality, as there always is in wrestling. And we know that you are the head of the TKO of the board. We know you are thrusting your weight, around so that you can do whatever you want to do because nobody's going to check you, my guy. And that is not good for backstage morale. Now, whether this is a play on reality or not, who knows? But it doesn't look good for any of the backstage talent that are going to be here 10 years from now while you're on the TKO board of directors and, deciding to do terrible movies after this. I'm just saying. I mean, like, you're gonna go off
Jumanji
into
3.
You're gonna do Jumanji 3 and the one good film in your life, A24, you know what I mean? And that's gonna be great for your, Oscar and Emmy nomination vibes. But outside of that, you're gonna go back to doing terrible movies and checking in every once in a while. And that's cool. But for the guys who are gonna be here 10, 15 years from now, that's gonna upset the balance of this whole thing. And we still want to see some great wrestling. Now, was I entertained? Yes. Do I think this was an incredible segment? Yes. But also as a professional, someone who's a veteran, you're showing me that you don't know how to cut an effective promo in less than 15 minutes, in less than 20 minutes. This did not need to be 40 minutes, my guy. It didn't. Entertaining? Yes, absolutely. But you could have done this same entertainment in 20, 15 minutes. And someone who comes from the Attitude Era, someone who's been around for a while, you're showing me that you don't really know your chops. Is that what you really want to give off? That you don't really know how to contain yourself? I mean, don't make me go back to when you was writing your promos in your arm. You feel me? Like, are you struggling that much? I'm just saying, baby, like, are you really with it? If Michael Jordan was coming around talking about that, trying to do a pickup game and had to take more than 50 to 60 minutes to, stretch and get warmed up, I'm going to be like, yo, maybe Michael Jordan's a little wash. And he is, So I'm just like, is The Rock a little wash? Is The Rock a little wash that he can't really get his chops in 15, 20 minutes? I'm just saying, not good for backstage morale.
I mean, he just dropped a 21-minute video.
Please let me rebut
Quan,
that.
looking like you got
me rebuttal that.
Quan, you
And
looking
it's
like
very effective. And he cut a story that was absolutely incredible. So
Please let me rebuttal that, please.
some of that. Let's get it, Quan.
Look, dog. Let's not just sit here and act like The Rock was struggling for the entire promo and then just start hitting his chops towards the end. It didn't take him 20 minutes to get into it. He was bodying the entire way. What The Rock was doing is something that the young guys don't know how to do. He was playing to the crowd. When the crowd would react, he would respond to them. That's why it took so long. He was calling out the meth head Marys and the crackhead Karens. This man said, now go home and smoke some crack. That's how he ended his promo.
Insane.
Now go home and smoke some crack. The Rock was cooking that entire promo. He didn't just like take a long time to like heat up. And as far as backstage morale, I need people to understand. At the end of the day, we all know The Rock is a part-timer and he's not going to be here probably past Mania. He's probably going to be gone for a little while and then pop back in and out when he can. But at the end of the day, The Rock being around brings more eyes to the product. And more eyes on the product means more eyes watching you, Austin Theory. That means more eyes watching you, Braun Breaker. And that also means more eyes watching you, Naomi. So at the end of the day, you can't be mad at a guy like The Rock returning and taking 40 minutes of the show. Because at the end of the day, if people are going to watch, you're on that show as well. So that raises your stock, that raises WWE stock, and that raises the stock of the TKO board. So I can't be mad at that. Come on now. Let's be honest.
All right, man. There we have it. The audience is watching out here, and I know which side they're going to pick because I'm going to pick a side right now for the audience. And it seems like Sylvan, you might have to take that title and give it to Quan House because he had the more convincing arguments. This is a fact. Business is business, and the more eyes, the better. And at the end of the day, we're gonna have to take some risks, and that 40-minute segment was the risk. And we are on the road to WrestleMania right now, and this is the biggest storyline right now. So it is what it is. Shout out to The Rock, man. Quan, you are today's winner. For homie Warfare, congrats, man. Congrats, man. You got the title.
That title stat.
You got the title, man.
Congrats. I need it.
Congrats.
Give me that.
Congrats, man.
Give me
that. You had a good argument.
I will be here next week with that joint on this show.
Congrats.
And also before we get into the rundown, man, shout out to Naomi. It did suck to see her get that jobber entrance. Like they was treating Shorty like Stevie Richards, bro. Like they went to commercial, they came back.
Come on, man.
Bro said
Stevie
Richards. What?
Yo, Naomi a two-time world heavyweight champion, man. Come on,
right?
Man.
Like she definitely deserved better. She definitely deserved better. But at the end of the day, it's like, yo, business is business, and The Rock being around is good for everybody, bro. It's good for everybody. Like this is the most excited that people have been about wrestling in a long time. And also, I hate to say it, but that match followed the promo. So I guarantee you, when those ratings breakdowns come out, like the quarterly hour ratings, once that segment ended, you gonna see a big drop in viewership. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I thought they was gonna save it for the end of the episode, but
yeah, but they knew The Rock was gonna go long, so if they saved it for the end, SmackDown wouldn't have went off until like 10:15.
True.
So
Dang.
they have to just get it over with. You feel me?
Sheesh.
But anyway, man, that was fun. That's fun. I'm gonna need that title this week, bro. I'm gonna need that title. I'm gonna let you know right now.
This ain't even
back.
no
I need
WWE.
that.
This is a prop,
need
man.
that.
It's a prop.
That's all good. I'll take. Hey, just like Seth Rollins' title is a prop. I'll take it. It can be my prop.